Good morning, folks. Back to the truck. Shouldn't take me long though, and I won't bore you with it. Just try to get that done and out of the way today and get back on the road. I don't have a lot left. I gotta hook up the emergency brakes, put the drive line back in, put oil in the differential, bleed the brakes. I think that's it. So it shouldn't take me terribly long. Why is my battery dying already? Probably because of the cold. These don't last very long. But I have more than one. So yesterday, Cindy's doctor appointment went really well. They said there's no more sign of infection and she's doing good. But she's still really sore. So they gave her a shot of something and some sort of new painkillers instead of the ones that were making her sick. So, hopefully, she will be back together and in good shape again, hopefully. But anyhow, try to get this thing done here and move on to something else today. Well, folks, we're rolling again. Let's see if my brakes work. Yeah, they seem to. Try to reverse. Okay, brakes work. Brake pedal light though is coming on. That's not coming up quite far enough. Turn off the switch. I'll have to adjust that just a little. I don't hear that weird noise anymore. Ever since I've owned the truck, there was kind of a noise that, you know, it's a truck that was new to me, I figured was kind of normal. I think that bearing's been going out the whole time. But, sounds a lot better, actually. You can sure tell I don't have any shock absorbers at all. It's a little bit bouncy. Hopefully those will be here. Let's see, today is Saturday. They'll be here Monday, supposedly. I could have probably gone someplace else and got them, but this guy was awfully helpful and he gave me a little bit of a break on the shock absorber price, supposedly. So, what the heck, I was already there in their store, so I just bought them there. Would have been nice to have it finished, though. Here to the corner and turn back around. Then when I get back, I'll check the wheel bolts and the ones underneath again and make sure everything's good and tight now that it's had a chance to shift some. And then in about probably a week or so, I'll climb under there and check them all again, make sure they're all tight. years ago in this fence line right here. Right over there. A good spot for a snare. There's kind of a trail there. I've caught a couple of coyotes there, but I haven't trapped there in the last couple of years because I had a guy's dog. Luckily, if a dog has ever been tied up before, most of the time it won't fight a snare very hard, and he was fine. I mean, I've never, so far, never hurt a dog, and I'm kind of glad of that. But I quit putting the traps in there because this road gets so dang dicey. A few years back, well, quite a few years back now, I was hauling some hay. Let's see if my brakes work. Yeah, they seem to be alright. Anyway, I was hauling some hay, and it was late in the year. Well, my horse trailer, I had it on to fill it up with hay, and it has no jack on the front, so it's hard to get it on and off. And I started up this road, I knew I'd messed up as soon as I did it. I was coming up to check that one snare is all. I could have walked. I mean, it's not that far from the house. And I was going up the hill, and then I was going down the hill backwards, and I was still in gear to be going frontwards. And right here on the edge of the road, I started sliding backwards, and the trailer disappeared over the edge down into there. And luckily it hit on the bumper. I mean, that's pretty steep. I don't know if you can tell from the camera angle, but it hit on the bumper down there, and the truck stayed on the road, and we were able, I was blocking the road because the truck turned sideways, and so I was able to turn this off here and I'll jump out, and I was able to take a pry bar and pry the trailer off of the ball hitch, and it bounced off down into there. I've got some pictures. If I can find them, I'll show you. But walk down here a little ways and see how steep this is. But I guess you can kind of see here, it drops off, I don't know, 20 feet, 25 feet. But we were able to take a fence rail and put behind these 3 fence post braces. Actually, there's 4 there. And then take a chain and a come along and come off for there in 2 different spots. And we were able to winch the trailer back up almost to the road, and then we hooked onto it with pickup trucks. Took 3 of us to pull that thing back up out of this hole. And the funniest thing is this rock right here. Kind of hard to tell. That's a big rock. That thing, I don't know, it's probably 2.5, 3 feet wide by a foot tall, and the trailer axle was over that rock, and so to get it out of there, had to take a jack, and we lifted the back of the trailer up until we could get it over that rock, and under the wheel. I mean, that poor little fella, who was underneath the wheel, just like a cartoon. This little mouse was under there, and he was, I mean, he was, poor little guy was stretched out like a bear rug underneath that tire. And I thought, you poor little son of a gun. I mean, down there minding your own business, and somebody drops a trailer on you. It was funny. I should have took a picture of the mouse. But anyway, I have since learned that these roads, after you have a rainstorm and then it freezes again, you don't even want to consider coming up here. And that's one of the problems I got with running traps up here. You got to be so dang careful. If you put traps up here and you get an ice storm like that, you might not be able to get up here to check them. So I'm really careful all winter long. I watch the weather really close, and several times now, if the weather looks bad, weather report, I pulled my traps out and then nothing has happened. That's irritating because it's really hard after you pull traps to get ambitious enough to go put them back. But anyway, got my truck back. Now, get up there and set some traps. I'm not quite legal for wolves, but pine marten are open, fox, coyotes, just about everything else is open now except wolves. They don't open till December 1st, but that's coming fast. Now, anyhow, look at this over here. When the sunlight hits those mountains and they got snow on them, man, I love that. It's so pretty. I bet it's cold up there, huh? Can you imagine being on the peak right now? Anyway, getting this put back together took a lot longer than what I had expected. But it's done now, finally. The truck put up a fight for sure. But back together. So hopefully now, get out and do something more fun. Thank you very much for watching, and see you tomorrow. Hopefully, if all goes well. But, yeah. Bye.